Good morning. It's 4th of March, I think, or 5th of March. And it's still quite wintry. It's about 5 or 6 degrees right now, but it's about 9 o'clock in the morning. We are having a few dry days, and the temperature should pick up by about 10, 11 o'clock to about 10 degrees, which is enough to start just doing some of the epoxying and Sikaflexing jobs. So today is going to be a big one. So coming up, loads and loads of projects. The only thing I have forgotten is the spray cover. It's a manic morning, and those of you that have got kids will know what I'm talking about. But it was a bit of a manic, hectic morning, and something was going to get forgotten, and unfortunately it was my spray cover, so we'll have to bring that back tomorrow. But I'm going to really basically hammer through as much as I can today, and I've got a few surprises to show you as well, so hopefully we can really make this one count. Let's pop that there so it's safe. First thing we're going to come look at is this Mizzen, I don't know what you call this, Mizzen holder. As you can see, we've got it largely there, and what I had to do was just chop a little bit off the width here. So actually, oh my, that actually, let's come and show you. I've hit lucky with the bottom. So look, you can pull that out and it's brilliant. But the side we're not too bad, but the back is going to need a chock. So here I've got a little bit of wood here. Is that going to be enough, do you think? Don't know. What I want to do is make some little chocks. So we need to first of all just chop this down a little bit, and then let's have a little look at the back here. You can see down there these little rounded edges are pretty good. We'll round that one off, and then as long as we've got a decent chock here and down the side here, it'll stop it from, we don't want this, although when that's got something attached to it, it'll probably stop, but it'd be better to chock it. And that'll be spot on, really. As long as it just needs to be smaller than that. There we go. This top bit, look, will now fit in there quite nicely. That's nice, I like that. Need to round the edges off and maybe taper that a little bit better. But do you know what, that works quite well, doesn't it? It'll stop a bit of sideways motion, that will as well. And then this one, look, we just put in there the tiniest little bit. So what I think we'll do, we'll chop this down, take a little bit off so it's not so wide, and the same with this one, and then we'll probably be done. But this one particularly, see how thin it is, so you don't need much. Yeah, just come up to the front of the boat here, to the mast, and this is the little mast extension that I made out of this tube and then this little piece of plastic. And the idea was that this uses the same profile as I used for this little filler block here, and that's been very, very good all year. And then this will literally go around here. Now, it's about there. And then what I thought was, obviously this would be at the top of the mast, but what I thought was we'd have a strap around here, and then we'll have another one here, the same, and we'll use maybe those metal Jubilee clips. Now, we'll have another one of these at the back to keep the mast from getting damaged, and then this would just be sat at the top at the same height as the mast. Then we would just insert a tube. Whoa, sorry, this is a little tiny one. Hang on. Let's try again. This would just insert the tube, and we would select the height and bolt it in, just like we do with these tubes, the jib sticks and whatnot. And then that will give us a higher profile for the mast. Now, there's a few things to consider when we're doing this. And actually I have to thank a lot of the people on the Drascombe forum for contributing to this. There's been a lot of chitter chatter about this on there. So go and have a look. You'll find Sailing with Dave, I'm involved in it. And there's another guy, Steve, who owns a sister boat to this, Liliella, and he's done a nice wood one. However, what we need to now do is work out where this is going to go. Now, it can't go on the back because obviously the gaff will come up flush right into the socket at the top there. So we can't put the pole, we can't put this extension on the back. Now, we have to also be mindful of putting it right up the front, because you'll see, if you see for here, you'll see that there's the forestay bracket there. So, oh, the crane's just started up. I wonder what that was. So the forestay attachment is right at the front where it should be at 0 degrees. So the only place we can put this is slightly to one side, but we're also going to have to be mindful of that block, which is the mainsail halyard coming down here, and you see the block up there. Now if you look at Steve's boat, he told me that his mast isn't quite the same as the standard lugger mast. His block there is a lot further down, so that's how he managed to get an extension up there. So we're gonna have to think about this and maybe come up with a slightly better plan. Could we do, well, the choices are, we have to offset one tube, so will that matter? The answer to that is, it will just probably mean the boat will sail slightly better on one tack than the other, but I'm not so sure that's going to make too much difference. This is the tack of the sail, and this is what will be going here. Wind's a bit blustery. It's coming from all angles today. But there we go. You can see it's a little bit long, isn't it? For an asymmetric. You need that, although it's not really being blown the right direction. We've got the wind sort of, this caravan doesn't help either. Don't know where the wind is coming from. Prevailing some sort of over there, but you can see it's a little bit long, look, and it needs to billow out quite a lot, and that's why we need this to be attached a little bit higher up. So as soon as this doesn't help this yacht being in the way either, but look, there we go. So in trying to get that string at the front there to just, that's it, to push the boat forward, and then what we see, you can see that we can't really pull the sail down. So it's interesting, isn't it, just to see how well that fits. But the size of that sail is quite good. I think it fits the boat quite well. I really do. So yeah, the extension is something that we're going to have to really think about doing. Right, here we go. Here's the finished battery holder, and oh, I can see instantly they're a little bit at odd angles. They are. So we're going to have to. Yeah, that is a bit of a pain. So what we'll probably do is have it like that, and then we'll just have to put a little bit of block of wood in the front here. So we'll fix it at the back first. Now, let's just double check. The back has not been fully epoxied either, I don't think. So we need to, before we attach this, we're going to need to epoxy it, but we can dry fit it. So I'm going to do that now. First thing we've got to do is make sure we get the right length screws, because if we go too long, that's not going to be good. And this is just going to be bang in the middle here, like that. And then what I'm going to do for now is put 2 in along the middle line. No point putting any more at this point in time. You could actually drill through as well if you wanted to. And then all I'm going to do is get this stuck up there. Oh, making sure we've got this the right way round as well, because that's that way. Let's just hope my chiropractor does not watch my channel. Oh, hang on, we're going to push this back though, aren't we? Or are we? Let's just put it here, where nature intended. So we've got a little bit of room at the back. Oh. There you go. I mean, that on its own is pretty good. The only problem we've got is that gap, so we'll just need to put a couple of wedges in there just to make that honest. But I think this is going to be strong enough to give it a test anyway. So let's go and do that. Here we go, and this will just slide into these. So now this is nice and fixed. It's going to be much easier to get in. That's it. There we go. And that will hang there. And, or we can push this right back further. So, now, we can't change these because don't put any more holes in the hull, in the deck, sorry. So that's where the electrics will come in, here. And they will come in through a gap in here. So there's plenty of room for them to come through and in the back. So it'd be really lovely and flush. All of the you know, wires won't be showing. We've got one other wire that needs to come from the bilge pump that will come, well, it's going to come this way round. It may as well come through the same hole as the tubes coming through. I mean, we can run it around and along the top, which would probably be the best thing to do. It's not much, because if we run it along the bottom here, it's quite busy here. Yeah, or we can run it this way round, it wouldn't really matter. So yeah, so that's going to be pretty cool, I reckon. The beauty is we can unplug the electrics, take the whole thing away, and I know it's going to be a little bit heavier when we get the newer battery in here, but everything is in here. And what I can also do is store my other 5-volt batteries in here, so when we well, they could even be on a good sunny day, or if we're motoring a lot, you know, we can actually charge those through the little built-in charge controller in here as well. But I think the most important thing is we can take this away, charge it up if we need to, or, you know, we can pull it out so we don't have to leave it on the boat all the time. Yeah, which is good. I think anything that's not left on the boat is a good thing. I'll just reattach the box, and now we can drill through it. There we go. There's the corresponding holes. It's a shame they came through the wood, the underwood, because yeah, we can't channel those really now, but it is what it is. I think it's going to be fine. There's plenty of room under here for those wires to travel from down. I'm pretty sure of it, and this isn't coming in and out all the time, so as long as it's, you know, as long as we can get it out easily enough when we need to, that's the main thing. We'll leave those screws there. I'll have to move those screws there because, yeah, we need to sort that out. This is the little bolt that this goes into, and I have got this little screw cap, but I've not undone this for a long time. So I've got a 5.2, I think the threads, it's an M8 thread for this, So I think that will hopefully just drill enough out that we can then just sort of split the plastic. It doesn't matter about the thread in here, but what does matter is being able to get that Allen key in. There we go. Good grief, yeah, this is crazy bad. Yeah, there we go. Right, if this doesn't do it, nothing will. I'm going to do it nice and gently. Kind of doing this in like a reverse, if you were tap and dyeing a thread, just because it does seem to come up against resistance. Ooh, but I'm very pleased with that. There you go. Wow, that's hot just from the effort that needed. Now, I could put another one of those in, or we could try for the little rivets. Let me go and get the rivets, see what's what with that. I know. As I say, I've got one screwed on the end of here, but I think, no, that's the same. So that's actually the same material as this. I don't know what it is. It's like zinc oxided. Now, the problem I've got with this is, will it go in, you know, because now I've epoxied under here and filled all that back, filled it, we may not get this in now, but we're going to give it a go. So it's that one, 8mm. Is there anything that tells you it's 8mm? Well, we know that's 8mm, yeah. Now, I've got the proper collar on. You have to change the little end pieces for this. And then all you do is you screw that on and you put it in here. And then let's just double check first of all the length's good. So I think what we need to do, oh Christ, what we need to do is just clean this up a bit and then we'll have a go. Let's have a go, see what happens. So there we go, that's in, but will we be able to actually squeeze it? Yeah, we do need to, yeah, it's that bit that actually you do that, don't you? There we go. There we go. I'm going to bring you this side. Okay, let's give that a go. Oh. Okay, no. You start with them open. That's it. There we go. And then you close it up. So let's give this a go. There we go. Okay, let's have a look at that. First time I've ever done one of these in anger. There you go. Now, if it does slip round, which I think it is doing a little bit, is it spinning round a bit there? We don't need this on particularly strong, like that. But the worry is, will we be able to get it off or will it spin round? So let's just, I'm just gonna pull this in a few more times just to make sure it's in as much as it can be. Right. Definitely gave it a little bit more there. Oh yeah, it's definitely pulled it down a bit. So let's just see how tight that is. Because if I can't get this out, it's not like the end of the world, but it's not great either. You can see it does spin. Oh no, is that actually this going in tight? It might just be this. It's at a slightly different angle, but there we go. I think that'll do us, and it'll certainly do us for another season. All we need to do is get a new plastic cover for it, which I'm gonna get just to keep the water off it. Although I'm worried that actually maybe keeps the water in there, I don't know. But at least that's a job done that could have turned into an awkward one. One thing I'm going to just do is I'm going to get these off now, because I'm a bit fed up of them, to be honest with you, being on here. And they swivel round, and I want this to just be free. So let's have a look. Right, that needs to be cut off. I think we've got to protect this, so I can either 3D print something for this. Just what happens is this. Let me go get the ring. So what happens is the ring just bangs, and over time it's just damaged this weak part here, so it just bangs it. So, you know, that's what happens. I've seen someone make some beautiful little wood ones that they've just stuck around, and they even went over here. And then onto that, we could actually maybe put a cleat, but I think the cleat will probably go here. So the cleat that will be a cleat that replaces these, because I've said in a previous video, the middle cleat, which I'm about to show you, will stop the sail, will allow you to ease the sail, so you can hold it in, or you'll be able to ease, if the wind's coming from the starboard, you'll be able to ease the sail from there. But if you want to pull it across in light winds, you've got to have a cleat on the end here, or a pulley, or something that will reverse the line. So I'm thinking we're just going to have a little cleat or a block attached here that may even double up as Spinnaker cleats. Let's not go there for now. Tell you what, I've had to open all the window and the vent at the top there. It's too hot in here. Sun's out. Glorious. So, what's on the menu today? Haven't done this for a while. Minestrone soup, just Tesco special that. And then a bit of bread and butter. This is from the local bread shops. It's lovely, this bread. And a knife. We had some little roasty potatoes last night, and I made sure there was a few left over. So I had some of those for a little snack as well at my mid-morning coffee time. But it's 12:30 now, so we're going to get this down us, and then I think for today we will call that a day for this video, because I think it's going to be a little bit too long if we keep going on. But hey, what a day we've had so far, what a morning we've had so far.